What's up, guys? Who's ready to go on a smoking hot date from Tinder, and then when she shows up at your front doorstep, she doesn't look anything like in the pictures? Well, that's exactly what happened to this one guy over here that set up a date on Tinder and invited her over to his house. But the thing he wasn't expecting is that she was technically a catfish. And I say technically because I don't really think she was a catfish in the sense where she was ugly or anything. She was a catfish in the sense where she was like 7 foot tall. And then the Tinder date knocks on the guy's door, and then the guy opens the door and he's like, wait, who are you? Who are you supposed to be? And then the girl's like, I'm your Tinder date. Remember we had a date today that we set up on Tinder that we talked about? And the guy's like, oh my God, you're 7 foot tall. I can't believe you're that tall. And then she looks at him with like a straight face, doesn't say anything, and starts walking away. And there was actually a video recording of this incident on his Ring doorbell. So we're going to take a look at that right about now.
Can I help you?
It's Macy from Tinder. Aren't you David?
And as you can see, she's a giant. And I'm not saying that in a bad way either. Like, she's going to have D1 kids, like, guaranteed. Her kids are going to go to D1 basketball league playing with LeBron and little Bronny James, whatever the basketball players' names are. I don't watch sports, so I have no idea. And you just see the guy, he's just standing there in disbelief. He's in shock right now. Like, and that could either be taken in a good way or a bad way. So he's probably, like, in shock, like, in amazement. Like, wow, she's really tall, so we can have D1 babies and they can go to the league and my kids can retire me. Or he's thinking about it in the other way where it's like, wow, she's tall. I want someone that's my height because height matters. But either way, you know, brave girl for going to this guy's apartment without any security or anything. Well, actually, she's like 7 foot tall, so she could probably defend herself from this guy that's about 5'10", probably. Actually, this guy's probably 6 foot tall.
You just look different.
How?
I don't know. Look at the height difference. You're like 7 feet tall.
Look at you. You look different. You're just a freak. You're 7 foot tall. Look at you. And he like proceeds to laugh in her face. You're 7 foot tall. Look at you. I didn't sign up for this. I thought you were going to be a short, attractive woman. But instead you're a 7 foot tall, attractive woman. This guy's got insane riz, by the way. You can tell that this guy was in like 3 frats in college. And he's like a super senior in college. He definitely didn't graduate college. And I just feel bad for this girl, bro. She just walks away, doesn't say anything after he laughs in her face that she's 7 foot tall. She can't control her height, bro. That's sad. I feel bad. Like, I want to give her a hug, even though I probably wouldn't go on a date with her or anything or buy her food because I don't really care. But I would give her a hug if she was sad because I'm a pretty comparable guy.
No, Macy, I'm not saying that to be mean. It's just you didn't tell me that.
You don't want to go on a date because I'm tall?
No, I don't want to go on a date because I'm short.
Oh, I see what he's doing there. That's a game right there. The good flipperoo trick. He's like, you're not the problem. I'm the problem. I'm short. Well, I actually am short in real life. I'm like 5'7". So if I open the door to this 7 foot girl, I wouldn't care, honestly. I'd still go on a date with her. But he just did the flipperoo trick. I've known this multiple times. I've done this multiple times. Like, you're not the problem. I'm the problem. Well, no. Actually, I've never done that multiple times. The girls actually said that to me, that I'm not the problem. They're the problem. But yeah, I know. I see what he's doing there. This is really smart. It's very smart of this guy.
You're not short.
You just had to lean down to be eye level with me.
You're not that short, though.
Look at this. I'm wearing Kanzuris.
What the hell are Kanzuris?
My shoes. This is how tall I actually am.
I feel like at this point she already knows what he's trying to say. Like, yeah, I get it, bro. You're short. You're 5'7". I understand. But I think he's just trying to fish for validation right now. We get it, dog. You're short, and you don't have to guilt trip her into validating you that you're short. We understand that you're short. We get where you're coming from, bro. I'm short too. I get what we have to go through every day. We have short man syndrome. We don't get a lot of women. So be thankful that this 7 foot woman is going out on a date with a short man like you. Come on, bro.
Look at the difference.
Those are kind of dope.
Well, they make me like 3 inches taller.
Doing the Lord's work.
I don't care that you're tall.
I don't care that you're short.
Can you guys just kiss already and then take it in the apartment? I don't want to see this in a public video, bro. I don't know where this video is leading to, but it sounds like it's sorry for stuttering a lot. It sounds like it's the start of a video on another website. You know, the black and orange website that, we do that stuff to? Yeah, this is what this video feels like. I feel like this is not a real video anymore. But hey, at least bro just secured the 2020 or the 2047 draft of the NBA draft with his kids about to be D1 athletes. That's a good thing. But the bad thing is he's going to have to pay for oh my God. He doesn't even have to pay for college. This guy's going to get his kids going to college for free because they're going to be tall and get a scholarship for being tall and going for basketball.
So I am short. I'm 6 feet. I have to get on my tiptoes to do that.
He says I am short. I'm 6 foot. That's quoted by him. And you know what? That makes me mad. That actually makes me genuinely mad because I'm 5'7", and I don't think I'm short. I think I'm average height. And he says he's short at 6 foot. This is insane. What are these standards nowadays, bro? Like, I'm sorry to get off topic of the video, but it's like, bro, what are we doing? These females want a 6 foot tall guy, and I'm an insecure 5'7" guy that wants validation from a very hot woman that I know I'm not going to be able to get in the future because I'm 5'7" and, you know, mildly good looking. I'm like a 6.5 out of 10, but I'm 5'7" when I stand on my money. But dude, how is 6 foot short in any world? This is so weird. Why are we normalizing being short at 6 foot now in 2025? Normalize 5'7" being the new average height and not being short. So wait, hold on. So if 6 foot is short, then what is 5'7"? What am I, considered a little person now? No offense to little people, but dude, this is not right. I can't believe this is happening right now. Seriously, I don't understand what's going on.
You want to go get coffee still or what?
I'm down.
Cold brew?
Latte.
Alright. I don't know if I can do this if you're gonna get a latte.
What the you have against lattes, man?
You want to drive or should we just get on your back? Probably get there fast, dude.
Bro is still making jokes about her being tall, saying that we can ride on top of your back to go to the coffee shop date, and she just laughs it off. So you could tell right there that she's been bullied in the past for being this tall, bro. This is a strong, independent woman right here. Go woman, man. Honestly, man, I'm not even actually, I am a feminist for all the women that are watching out there. I'm a feminist. So please hit me up in my DMs on Instagram. But I just go her, bro. This is a happy couple. They're going to go get matcha together, that green tea with powder in it. That's probably going to give you cancer in 20 years. But hey, I'm happy for them. I didn't really get actually, there's one time I did get catfished, and it wasn't that bad, but I did get catfished, where I was like, wow, you don't look anything like your pictures. And she was a little chubby, I'm not gonna lie. But I want to talk about my other Tinder story where, this is a similar situation. Not really, actually. This isn't a similar situation. This is just a situation from Tinder where I thought I was gonna find the love of my life. We're gonna call the girl on Tinder Gabriella. Well, that was her actual name, but I'm not telling you her last name. But her name was Gabriella, and she went to the college that was close to my house. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna admit it. She's probably the hottest woman I've ever, I've seen in my life. I've ever hung out with, been on a date with. Hottest woman to this day that I've ever seen in my life. Most beautiful woman. I don't care. If she watches this video, Gabriella, please come back. I don't care. And then we texted for about a week or two on Tinder before we actually decided to hang out, which our first date, by the way, was in her dorm room, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I took her to my house for like 10 minutes to show her my Minecraft world, which looking back on it, was actually Riz. I'm not gonna lie. But besides that, pretty much our first date was going to her dorm room in her college. Yeah, that's a great first date room, right, guys? That's insane. But I remember we did walk around her college, actually, like on her campus. It was actually a very nice campus, very beautiful outside. It was during the summertime when Travis Scott dropped Utopia and Lil Uzi dropped Pink Tape. It was just a perfect time, bro, for everything. And we were just talking. I remember there was a lot of red flags, actually, and I just went in one ear, went out the other ear, because I thought she was really hot, and I didn't care about the red flags at the time. But I should have taken those into accountability before things happened, and I didn't take those into accountability. So the things happened, and then, yeah, one thing led to another, and then heartbroken. Yep. We literally only hung out like 2 or 3 times, I can't remember, but the 2 or 3 times we hung out were probably the best moments of my life. Okay, that's an over-exaggeration. I'm just caught by lust right now. But those are probably the best moments I've ever had with a woman. And we didn't even do anything we didn't even do anything like that, And then, on the 4th time I try to hang out with her, we've hung out about 2 or 3 times, like I just said. But on the 4th time, she keeps making excuses like, oh, I'm super busy with school. I can't do this. I got friends. I got, stuff I got to do. I got to go out and, party and stuff. Not party, but she wanted to enjoy her college experience. And, I didn't go to college. I dropped out to do these stupid video things and post YouTube videos and TikToks and stuff. I'm a loser and everything. But, she just wanted to enjoy herself at college. That's all her. All respect to her if she wanted to do that. But the thing is, she lied to me. She was saying stuff like, oh, I gotta be. She went home occasionally too. Like she went to her house. She's like, oh, I'm home right now. I can't hang out. When I saw her, I was still on her private Snapchat story, and she literally posted a snap of her in her college. So she lied to me, and I didn't call her out or anything. It's just like, you can't really do anything at this point. I just wanted to hear it out. I was like holding on to the last bit of hope that she would go out with me still. And I remember sending a text like I was thinking like I was a tough guy, like Tommy Tough Knuckles or Billy Badass over here. And I thought I was a tough guy sending this text. I was like, all right, so let me get this straight. I was asserting my Sigma male alpha dominance right here. I was like, so let me get this straight. So you don't want anything to do with me, and you don't want to go out with me anymore. That's what I'm getting out of these text messages of you trying to avoid me. And then she said something along the lines of like, sorry that I have to work all the time. What she did have to work pretty early in the morning. She's like, sorry that I had to work all the time, and I want to have a life on the college campus, and I'm sorry that this is probably not going to work out. And then she also said before that she had feelings for this guy in the army, which that was the big whammy that threw me off, because I couldn't believe that someone could like act like they're so interested in you, and then the next day, literally the next week, just turn on you and be like, actually, I have feelings for somebody else. But man, that woman actually changed me for the better, bro. I've never felt that type of like heartbreak before in my life, because I've never like had a girlfriend or anything. So that was like my first like steps of having a girlfriend, those 3 hangout session. And I was like, oh my God, I've never felt like this before. It's either I'm gonna rot in my bed or I'm gonna channel this energy into making something great. And when I say she made me lock in, bro, she made me lock in, bro. Because I remember she also taunted me, bro. I forgot to add this part of the story, actually. This is why she was a horrible person at the time. And by the way, before I moved out, like in October to Texas, but now I'm in LA. Before we hung out before I moved. I wanted to talk to her like one last time, and we talked about it. Actually, she's actually really cool. We're still friends to this day. She's pretty cool. We just laugh about what happened 2 years ago because it was scummy. And she admitted that it was scummy. She understands what she did was wrong. So at least she admitted it. But I remember, I still had her added on Snapchat. And we were still snapping after, she said she wasn't feeling me or whatever. And I was just still, waiting for an answer. And I remember I was on my Sigma Alpha thing. I wasn't talking to her for like a week. And I would snap her once a day. And I was like, man, this is going to get her, man. This is going to get her back. And I thought I was a Sigma male, not answering her for longer than 12 hours in a day, and then answering her at the end of the day. I'm like, yep, I'm gonna send this snap, and I'm gonna be a tough guy, and she's gonna want me back because I'm doing the push-pull method. I really did believe in the push-pull method. I don't know if that actually works or not, but I don't think it works for short guys. But either way, I thought I was a Sigma Alpha male for not Snapchatting her, until I thought it finally worked when she snapped me, a double snap. I was like, oh my God. I even screenshotted the double snap and sent it to my friend. I'm like, oh my God. She's back, bro. She wants me back now. And then I wait to open the double snap. And I'm like, okay, this could either be 2 things. 1, she wants me back. And I'm not even trolling. I said 2, it's either another guy. She's trying to taunt me with another guy. I swear to God, not lying. I said that before before I opened the snap, just for your background context clues. And then, I wait a couple hours, and then I open my phone. I'm literally like nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm like, bro, what is this going to be? I say, screw it. Open the snap. And it's her with another guy. The first snap was just a picture of her. Then the second snap was her with another guy in her dorm room bed. And that devastated me. That was the moment of, oh, I need to get this girl back in one point in time. And the only thing I could do is do it with success, because I'm not corny like that. And I'm not going to do anything crazy like go to her dorm room and rev my engine and be a Billy Badass or anything. But I'm like, yep, well, it's over now. And I sent her a snap back of me smiling like this, like acting like I was completely cool with it when I really was devastated. And then she sent me another picture of him kissing her cheek in her dorm room. And then I sent another snap back of me smiling like this, and like nothing was wrong. And then the last snap she sent me was her, just getting hugged by him. And then I screenshotted it, and I made it an album cover. I never made a song. I just made it an album cover because I thought it was cool looking. I thought it was going to be like something really cool and funny. I sent it in my group chat with my friends, and they just laughed at it. And then I blocked her on Snapchat, and that was that. And then I haven't seen her since October of 2024. And this happened 1.5 years ago. And it definitely took a toll on my my dating life and everything. I haven't dated a woman or really had any real interactions with a woman since then, or felt anything like that since then. and I'm kind of just not trying to do that again. Yeah, but it was a good life lesson, guys. How did we even get here from Tinder? What was even the main topic of the video? Tinder. I can't talk right now, but either way, crazy Tinder experience that I wanted to share with you guys, and I haven't really shared this with anyone besides my close friends, because you guys are my close friends, and you guys are the OGs right now of this YouTube channel, and I just wanted to share with you guys so I could be relatable, and I want you guys to show me, or tell me, actually, your cringe Tinder stories in the comments below. Don't forget to comment, like, and actually, don't subscribe because I'm a scumbag. And make sure you watch Star Wars Episode 3 tonight because that's the best movie of all time. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.